Hi there, and welcome to this Jahia development tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to show you how to start creating content types to flesh out your Jahia digital experience. Let's get started. This is the template we deployed on our Jahia instance in a previous tutorial. At the moment, all its elements are quite static. In this tutorial, we'll show you how to make this section dynamic. We're going to break it down into its different property elements, its title and description. We can see we have other similar content types across the page, so we're going to consider all of them whilst creating this content type definition. Let's switch back to our IDE and browse the code of the content that was just displayed. We see the same structure: the name of the section, the title, the description. We're going to create a content type that reflects all of this. This is only step one. The second is to create a content view, which is an HTML rendering of the structure we're about to define. We'll cover that in the next tutorial. The content definitions are stored in the definitions.cnd file, which is created when we generate a new Jahia module. We can see we have two prefixes, DNT and DMix. Prefixes are important because they isolate the content types of one project from the others. You ensure that two teams will not define the same content type and override each other's work. We're going to create a definition named MessageBox. It's of type structured content. This type definition means that it will be sorted into a category within the CMS called structured content. There are a lot of different categories in Jahia. I'm describing the different fields which make up the definition of the MessageBox content type we're creating. All the fields are of type string except for the image. The image is actually a link to a file stored in the CMS, which you're going to initiate through a UI picker. This means that when someone's creating a message box, they'll be able to select from the images they have stored on the platform. We also have mix-ins. These are content types that can be inherited from other content types. If you're familiar at all with Java, think abstract. These are useful when you have properties that are very common across content types. For example, title and description. You can create a mix-in for your content so you can inherit those definitions and you won't have to keep duplicating code. Mix-ins are also very useful because they can store views, so you can very quickly and easily deploy different renderings, for example an HTML view, across your content components. Here I'm adding I18N, which is shorthand for internationalization, meaning the content will be translatable to many different languages. This concludes the creating content types in Jahia tutorial. Tune into my next video where we'll define a view, that is, an HTML rendering, for this content type to display across our site.